Yeah,
Are we on air right now?
Yeah, we're live.
Whoa. Hold on.
Whoa.
Bow?
Huh?
Spelled now wrong, but bow? Live bow? Okay. Do it.
Right. Just making sure I thought this all through.
That pumpkin's freaking me out. I can't do this. I have to leave.
Uh,
Oh, God! It's a pumpkin.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm like drawing a blank on something I was thinking of.
Should I be illuminated like this? Or like that? Like this? Or like that?
The other way.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right. It's just a whiteness on my screen. That's all it is.
Oh, gotcha.
That's some inside baseball for you.
Sweet. It's
Oh, dang it. Went away. All right. Okay, here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next level, your home for all things spooky. Lightning bolts and vampires. I am your host, Eddie the Wolfman Fisher, joined, as always, by Dracula Douglas.
That's pretty good. That's pretty spooky. That's legit spooky.
This week, we wanted to get a little bit into some spooky game stuff. So I played through Until Dawn, and we wanted to take like maybe the second half of the show to really talk about that and the crazy choices that we made and kind of the differences of what happened throughout playing that. But first, I have to ask you a question.
Okay.
You live in freaking opposite world this week? Because if I read your comment earlier correct, I think Halo is super good, and I'm not a Halo fan. And you think Guitar Hero is better than Rock Band 4?
Yup. Yeah, I played Guitar Hero TV today. Eddie, it's better than Rock Band 4.
Please explain.
Okay. First of all, I do not like the songs on disc. That is probably the worst soundtrack in any Guitar Hero game ever. They all suck. Like, I don't think I like it. Well, there's like one or two I don't mind playing, but I don't like them. Does that make sense? Like, oh, this is a fun song to play, but I don't like this song.
Yeah.
You get that?
I get that.
The live band stuff, awful, distracting. Like, I want to stare at that the whole time when I'm playing, so it's like, stop. But
I like that girl on the drums, though, gets, like, really into it.
Well, and the drummer for, what is that song? The Killers? He's a prick. If you mess up, he just looks at you and goes, like that? I'm like, dude.
Like, throws the water bottle at you?
No, I haven't had that. One
of the guitars, like, threw a water bottle at me at one point. I was like, dude, seriously?
Ooh, anyway. Ooh, why did I say? Because the Fago's freaking me out. Ooh,
Scooby. There's a goblin there.
Ooh, watch out. What are you? I don't. Anyway, so I was browsing the catalog on Guitar Hero TV. There's a lot of metal in there, like a lot, and that's what I like to play.
You're talking about like not the playing the channels. You're talking about like
music
just
video stuff. Yes, and it's not as free to play as I thought because I have 20 play tokens and I played about 5 songs.
So they're really easy to earn.
Yeah, it seems like it. And the thing that bothers me about the music video stuff, though, number one, sometimes it's the music video version of a song, so it's the radio edit, so it's a little shorter. Number two, sometimes music videos can get a little distracting as well, and you kind of want to watch that. Like, Korn, it's got that pretty cool music video where it's the bullet going through all the stuff. Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, I love this music video. I remember this. But, and you know what else? And then the songs swear. Like, they don't swear at Rock Band. Yeah, because the Rock Band, they'd be like, if you're played Down with the Sickness, number one song in the world, it cuts out all the swearing in it. That's just an example, because that song's terrible. But when I was playing... It's so dumb. But when you play the Guitar Hero TV stuff, I was playing a song from A Day to Remember, and they swear at the end. They say the B word. They go like, bee. They say it all nice, but they say the full thing. They don't just sing about bees. But it just said it. Like, oh, okay, I don't remember them swearing in other games. But I like the guitar. It adds a whole new challenge to it, and it's really hard, and you kind of have to relearn it. But it's weird. I feel like things are just weird because Rock Band 4 just seems like, let's put it out and we'll, I guess, work on it later. Rock Band 3 is still better, by the way. And Guitar Hero came out, which I thought was going to suck. Like, this is stupid.
Like when we had the demo.
That is a terrible first impression. If anybody plays that demo at our store and goes, I hate this, I'd go, yeah, I did too, until I played it at home and realized, oh, wait, it's really not that bad. Because the song selection in the store is terrible and the lag is awful. Speaking of, I had a hell of a time getting it to not lag on my TV too. It takes a bit.
See,
but now it's good.
Remember when I set it up on mine, it was like perfectly fine the whole time, so I don't know.
Yeah, auto game calibration keeps turning off for me. So
Weird.
I have to keep going to settings and turning it back on, and then it's fine. But yeah, man,
Yes, I
Guitar
remember
Hero.
calibrating it the one time, and it was like good.
Lucky you. But yeah, man, Guitar Hero Live's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to dig a little bit more into that.
Yeah, it's not as free to play as I thought. Play-y? Is that a word?
We're gonna use it. That works.
But yeah, Rock Band 4.
How much Halo have you actually played?
What was that?
How much Halo have you actually played?
I just got done playing. I haven't played any multiplayer. I don't want to yet. But
yeah. Curious how you feel that.
the single player is pretty good. It's pretty good.
So for a bit there, I was thinking, because I know a friend of the show, Alex, was talking about how he hates aim down sights, not because of the mechanics of it, but because aim down sights in every Halo has been a visor functionality. It's not like actually aiming down a sight. I was like,
it is weird looking down your gun in Halo 5. I will say
Halo 5 at first, I was like, well, when you aim down sights, like a visor display comes up. But then I realized I think it's light projection off the weapon. I was like, oh, man, almost had it.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like through the visor, and it would have been like no different in terms of lore or whatever you want to call it.
Lore. Halo-ness.
No, I was hoping you maybe played a little bit of the multiplayer, because I'm really curious how you would because I know when you played the beta, it really threw you off. Like, you weren't super big on what was the downside for you, I guess? What made you not really like it outside of aim down sights?
Gosh, I don't know if I like. Okay, I did not like that map. Like, I felt like it was too claustrophobic. Does that make sense? Like,
It depends on which map. I didn't like the one where it felt like a space shuttle. I did like the one that felt more like a warehouse.
I think it was the warehouse one I didn't care for. I don't know. It was just weird because I didn't think the ground slam was any good, and I didn't like the dashing. But now that I'm using it more in single player, I think I'm coming around to it.
Okay.
But I like the speed of 4 and 5. Like, I like the speed that 4 introduced. So far, it's pretty good. It's a lot better than I thought, because I was like, oh, this game's going to suck. And now I'm like, it doesn't suck.
Well, it's weird to think like, well, I could play this or that, but I think I'm going to flip on Halo. Like, that's not something I usually think of. And
Yeah,
like, to me,
Bizarro World?
Bizarro Edwina. That's me.
Your
I don't
brother?
know myself Edwina.
Whoa! Justin. How'd you get on the show?
Yeah, let me really rad this up here. So I was playing Halo. I feel like I have to do this.
Oh,
Move my
man.
hat backwards to talk about this, but so I was
I can't
playing
even look at
Warzone,
you.
which I was like really excited for. I'll flip it back. I was playing Warzones, which I was pretty excited for in general. Like, I know that was the reason I really wanted to try this, and I thought it was going to be really awesome. And it turns out it's more Battlefield than I would have thought. So, like, normal Warzone is Conquest, kind of. So, like, there's 3 bases,
Okay.
and there's, like, so enemy AI will start in your base. Like, you go in, and you got to wipe them out to secure your base, basically. And then you leave that, and there's, like, points in the middle. Like 3 points in the middle. And so like you take those, and if whoever owns it has like AI soldiers who are in those I almost said warranties, armories and stuff like that. Like, you'll have AI guys that will sort of defend it while you try to attack other things. And that's kind of where the AI plays into that. But then you have random objective-based AIs like, oh, these hunters came in. If you take them down, we'll give you 150 points, as opposed for like 10 for a normal kill. So, like, you're playing Conquest so that you take over the points, score, like, because it's first to 1,000 points. It's not based on time or anything.
Oh,
But I
okay.
think the only other way you could win earlier is if you own all the points in the middle, and then it opens up the enemy base and you blow up their core, then they just lose. I haven't had that happen yet, but like boss characters drop in AI style or fly around the map, and if you take them out, you get more points. So just, I don't know, it makes it really fun. And the other mode that they have in Warzone's, what do they call it? Warzone's something, Assault, I think. It's just rush mode. One person's defending one area, and the other people are trying to attack in there, and then when they take it, you move to the next spot, push them back. I was like, these are the two best modes in Battlefield, and it just all plays like Halo and has that aesthetic to it. And the requisitions thing is kind of, it's weird at first, but it doesn't really bother me. Like, some of the internet still feels like it destroys some of the, I guess, the fairness of it, but you still have to earn a bunch of points to call in big things, and everyone can call in all the stuff, but you get boosts like burn cards in Titanfall that you can call in when you have
the burn cards weren't a big deal. They were fine.
Yeah, and to me, that's what those are. Like, you get some really nice ones that maybe someone doesn't have. Like, maybe I have super damage dealer and you don't, but I still have to earn 8 points to use it, and that's hard to get. So,
I'll tell you one thing about the campaign though. So far, we talked about this a little bit. I don't like all the aliens speaking in English, like all of them now. I don't like it. It's weird.
Maybe it's just, I mean, they're at that time now where they all figured it out. They've been here for a while.
Probably. It's just weird hearing like the lizard man going like, "Oh, grenade!" It's like, "Oh, put your shield down, lizard man. You can't talk
just
to
shoot
me."
in the hand. You'll put it down.
Yeah. And then the robot men, the Protheans, robot men.
Oh, they talk.
Yeah, they kind of just go when they melt. It's like, ew, quit melting. You're gross. Those guys are so cool though.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Armature had a part in that.
They remind me of Metroid Prime. I just look at them and go, yeah, Metroid Prime.
That's what I meant by Armature. They those guys that were working on, or they used to work on Metroid Prime, went to make Armature, and
yeah.
Did you play anything else worth noting? I only played one other thing that at all, actually. I think.
Yeah, I've been playing Evil Within, actually.
Oh, that's right. Your spooky game for the season.
Man, that frame rate sucks. That game is constantly jumping around. Like, it tips quite a bit. But it's not bad. It's remember in the remake of Resident Evil on GameCube, you had to burn the zombies, otherwise they come back as Crimson Heads?
Yeah.
You have to burn every enemy in this game, otherwise they'll come back and be stronger and kill you.
That seems like a pain.
A little bit, but there's a lot of matches all over the place. So they kind of like, here's a bunch of matches, take them. But it kind of reminds me more of Silent Hill, like how it looks and like the music and how everything looks gross more than Resident Evil. But it kind of plays like Resident Evil 4, maybe a little quicker. But it's actually not bad. I don't know if I would have spent like 60 on it, but it's okay.
Good deal.
There you go.
I'm playing anything spooky. I've just been playing Zelda. So I got Heroes. And I was like, well, I got to get it. It's Zelda, I got all Zelda games. I like Zelda. So I was kind of going in thinking it was just going to be mediocre. I'm having a lot of fun with it, though. Like, I know it's probably not reviewing well or whatever, but I would say, like, if you're playing it by yourself, yeah, it's pretty mediocre. But being able to just jump online and play with random people or play with your friends, do download play with only one copy with all 3 buddies, like, it gives you a plethora of ways to play that game multiplayer. And if you're playing with all 3 people, well, I mean, that's the only way you can't play it 2-player.
It's so weird.
It's weird, but I get why. Because you're playing your 3-player mode, and they break it down. Like, say your world 1, you have, I think it's 5 areas in world 1. So you all vote which one you want to play. It goes boopity boopity beep boop. You pick it, and so like say you're playing World 1, they'll break it down into like 5 sections for World 1. So you're solving like a small area of puzzles and maybe like an enemy encounter, and then you move on to the next one. So they break it in tidbits instead of being more like 4 Swords, where it's a lot more open.
Okay.
And so they do that because it's very specifically built for those challenges in mind, especially with the toteming, which is fine. But you're doing things to earn items to get more armor and stuff like that as well. So you'll be going.
Was that a scary ghost?
Yeah, it's a spooky ghost coming down with little bird pants.
Whoa.
So like you do runs of those dungeons, and you can change, like, do special objectives to do it like in a harder difficulty. Like, oh, you have to do this with half energy or half hearts, and you get better chances to get items. So you're doing runs of those dungeons to get better materials to make different suits, which are silly, but they're like, the game totally makes fun of itself all the time. It's constantly just like, we're dumb. Who cares?
Just play the Zelda and shut up.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's been fun to just flip open and just like, all right, I'm gonna play through this for like 10 minutes, play through a level, and I don't know, it's neat. It's pretty neat.
Well, good. At least that you didn't just go, I hate it. It sucks. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, what say you to some new releases for this week?
All right.
All right. So, obviously the big one, Halo 5 Guardians is out this week. A lot of smaller stuff too, like Lords of the Fallen Complete Edition apparently came out this week as well. Minecraft Story Mode. Galaxy made it to PC. I still need to pick that one up.
Oh, it's on PC. Okay.
Yeah. Same thing with Binding of Isaac. Those will be out this week as well. Darksiders 2 with its Death in.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Definitive Edition. And, of course, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition now on consoles. I'm actually pretty excited to try that one out. Oh, of course, WWE 2K16.
Oh, yeah.
Which I did play a little bit of. It's what you'd expect. It's WWE.
Good.
The presentation is still not there. Like, they don't do all of the stuff that, like, for example, when Seth Rollins comes out and they have the camera always spinning around the WWE logo, and then they go to him and he walks around the things, like, doesn't do any of that. So I'm like,
no, weird. The only reason why I want to buy that Darksiders 2 is to show Nordic, like, hey, you should make a third one.
Yeah, well, they want to do it. Like, those guys want to do it and they get the right people in. If they could keep going with Darksiders, I'd be the happiest dude ever.
It's 10% off its first week at GameStop.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's weird. I've never seen...
Full disclosure, we work there.
Whoa. I wonder if that stacks with the play discount. Okay. Orion! No! The pumpkin! Oh
my gosh. Spooky stuff is happening over here. I'm choking.
Oh, man.
Can you hear that, by the way?
Nope.
Okay, good.
I can hear clinking now, but not really.
You what?
I can hear some smacking, like someone's getting punched, but not really.
Oh.
This is how people punch.
It was the laundry going.
Oh.
Anyway, wow. I'm dying. There's a ghost in my orange juice.
Whoa, that's the spookiest kind.
It's just a new Goosebumps novel.
Ghosts in my orange juice.
Oh, man. Do you have that Goosebumps game on the Wii?
I do.
Okay, good. I almost grabbed it for you the other day because I saw it.
Don't worry, I got it.
All right. Also, for speaking on new releases as well, they did announce the new Games for Gold. So let's see. On Xbox One, you can grab Pneumonia, Breath of Life, first-person puzzle adventure game. That is for the entire month. And starting on the 16th, you get Night Squad, which is some sort of party game. I don't know what that one is. I have no idea. I'm excited about the 2 on 360, to be honest with you. Dirt 3 is your big one for the month. And they're throwing in Dungeon Siege, which was actually a really good dungeon crawler.
And Dirt 3 is good. Not as good as 2, but good.
Still good. Still totally good.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take a little break here. We'll jump into some news, talk about some Sony in Paris, and then we'll continue on with some Until Dawn. Take a quick break. You're listening to The Next Level. And we're back. So a lot of the news this week came from Sony's big event in Paris.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid too.
This is all stupid.
So you remember? I'm sorry, that ghost is still choking me from the inside.
That's deep, man. It's such a metal band.
That's the name of my. What was the name of my band that I thought of?
Halfway to Halloween.
Halfway to Halloween. The album is called "The Ghost Choking Me from the Inside."
Yeah, because you can't call it The Ghost Inside because that's a band already.
Yeah, we got to get more deep than that, more metal.
Yeah.
So anyway, you remember that Kara demo that Sony put out a long time, or I should say, Quantic Dream put out a long time ago?
With the Wizard Man?
No, it was way before that, I think it was that lady being put together as a robot, and you're like, whoa, those graphics! Oh, I didn't realize
Oh,
sentient robot thing.
yeah. No, I remember that. I thought you were talking about Wizard Man.
No, that was pretty neat. That was wasn't that the Media Molecule?
No, I thought that was
No, because I think that was because that's their Dreams gameplay thing. I think that was what Dreams became. But anyway, that robot thing was to become Detroit becoming human. So they've made a fully realized game going back to kind of that Heavy Rain style stuff. And I guess they said that it didn't even, like, they kind of wanted to bounce back from Beyond Two Souls. They didn't really want to go all weird and sci-fi or something.
I never even played that one.
It was weird. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was just weird. I'll tell you what, though, the graphics in this screenshot look pretty good.
Were there a lot of origami killers?
I hope so. I hope there's a lot of origami killers.
What a weird game.
Hey, you love Rayman, right?
I do love Rayman.
Did you check out what this game is? Wild, from the same guy who made it?
I've heard about it. Sounds pretty cool. Because that's... I don't think they're doing Beyond Good and Evil 2 anymore. I think they're just doing that.
Oh, wait, was that the Rayman people? Did Beyond Good and Evil?
The guy behind it. I can never remember how to pronounce his name.
His name is Michael Ansel.
Yeah. I don't think he's doing that anymore.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, first one was pretty good.
So, what is this? Like, you're a shaman that can turn into a bunch of different animals, it looks like?
Yeah, it looked like, yeah. Bird.
Okay. Some cameo-style things going on here or something?
That game.
Oh, it looks different than something I'd expect from the Rayman people to do, because it has a much more serious look, and, you know, I guess it looks more serious thematically and stuff, but I don't know, it could be neat. Like turning into different animals and using their abilities to traverse this land, riding a bear. I'm sure that's scary to you, but trust me, it might be fun.
I mean, if the bear is on my side and I can ride it, I'm okay with that.
Good.
Especially if it's a shark bear.
There's a bear in there.
What?
I don't know.
Where?
I'm just thinking. I don't know. Anyway, hey, GT Sport coming from the Gran Turismo people. They're returning. They're doing a beta in early 2016. So finally, Gran Turismo is making its way to next generation consoles, apparently.
VR support too, right?
What's that?
I think it has VR support, right?
Oh, does it? I would assume it does because it needs to.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You can look at your shifter and go, ooh, I'm at first gear.
Yeah, we'll bring VR to the series in the future. So Polyphony was like, yo, man, it's going to happen. Horizon Zero Dawn has more footage. You need to go look at it. It's super cool. That game's going to be awesome.
Yes, it is. That's going to be very cool.
Gravity Rush 2, you excited for that? You played the first one, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out, though. The first one is getting HDified, but it's downloadable only in America. Everywhere else, it's getting a disc.
Well, hey, you could get the European one. It's not region coded, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, the first one was good. I never finished it because I kept thinking, they're going to put this on PS4. And they did.
Many years later.
Yeah. But no, that game was pretty neat. That one of the guys behind that was the, I think the main director behind the Silent Hill games, the first 3.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, hey, I was wrong about Dreams. I don't remember what that wizard guy is, but was Dreams their weird puppet game? Is that what Media Molecule's game was? Like a puppet, weird puppet game?
Wait, you're not thinking about the really nervous guy, right?
No, that's Unravel.
I feel bad for that guy, and I'm going to buy his game.
What? Oh, that was awkward and weird. No, I don't know. Media Molecule always makes a game that's like pretty creative and pretty bizarre, so that should be pretty neat to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I kind of don't really care about Little Big Planet, so like I'll check out Dreams. But I just don't know if it'll stick with me at all.
You're saying it might be a nightmare? Oh, man, that's so scary.
Uncharted 4's multiplayer beta game begins in early December. There's some footage you can check out on that on Game Informer. I know they had a video up for that. No Man's Sky is not coming until June of next year. This game is going to get It's so hyped, no one's going to care about it anymore.
It's,
Excuse me, I'm so scared of that.
I know.
Let's see. They showed off Star Wars Battlefront trailer, just showing off the new like Han Solo, Luke, or I'm sorry, Han, Leia, Vader, Luke, Boba Fett, and Palpatine. But like, I don't know how Han Solo and Leia are going to be any fun to play because they'll just play like everyone else, right?
I think so. Yeah, I would imagine.
Well, even Boba Fett, like, what's he gonna do? Shoot a rocket? I guess. Like,
He can get out of a Sarlacc pit real good.
oh, that's right. He's got that jetpack. And goes, oh, I'm not gonna let that happen again.
That thing's a big old nasty.
People were freaking out about that, by the way. They were like, whoa, what is it saying? Is this a spoiler for the movie? I was like, it's probably just a throwaway joke, guys. Like, relax.
Also, he totally got out of that pit. Come on.
We'll see. I mean, that extended canon was erased, so.
Yeah, well, I hope he got out because that thing was gross and nasty. He just kind of fell into it like, oh, oopsie.
I don't like it down here.
Oh, it's all wet. So then it just flew out.
It's all wet and burpy.
Oh, did you ever play Star Wars Demolition, that Twisted Metal Star Wars game?
I did not know.
You can fall into a Sarlacc pit in that game.
In Infinity 3.0, you can just throw garbage into the Sarlacc pit and it'll just constantly burp up a bunch of garbage.
That's pretty cool.
Let's see. They also showed off more Ratchet and Clank. The demo's been out in retail stores for a while, so if you want to go check it out, just go play it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good.
Drive Club is adding bikes, and the expansion is available right now. That one is a free update, or is that the paid one?
That one's paid. I think it's 15.
That's too much.
Do you hear that spooky wind? It's pretty.
I do, man. I'm trying not
Keep
to
it
be
cool.
down here.
Trying to keep it cool. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Street Fighter, they're adding Dull Seams coming out in February. They showed off some Boundless and Matterfall. Vector is something I kind of want to look at because it's a rhythm
Vector
game.
Man.
That'd be Vector Man, the rhythm game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they showed up a bunch of virtual reality stuff. Stuff that I think has been out there before, like Battlezone robot or reboot stuff, I guess. I think that's
Reboot.
Rebellion. They're the AVP guys of Aliens vs. Predator, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then Tekken 7 is apparently going to use PlayStation VR, so you can check it out.
More haircuts.
Riggs, that's the one I was thinking of, the sports mech shooter.
Are we getting the demo with the big dinosaurs so I can be in awe like that one guy you saw?
I hope so. That guy was having just the best day of his life.
He probably still thinks about that.
What's the head?
He probably still thinks about it. It just goes, I can't wait until I can do that again.
It was awesome. Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. Did you look at that?
No, I didn't even. I heard about it just today. It's like a little on-rail thing.
Or is it just on rails?
I think it's just it looks like you can shoot. That's what people were speculating, I think. But
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like the thing I heard about when they had PlayStation VR at our conference was just the whole idea of the guy who was like torturing you in the chair and stuff, and it was like this tense moment where you're like, I'm gonna die here. Like I feel like I'm gonna die. So if they can pull that kind of tension off in Rush of Blood, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And then other Sony news. They're starting an esports league through PlayStation Plus.
Weird.
Yeah.
And that survey went out too. That's pretty.
What survey is that?
Big. The survey that's got all the things like, hey, what do you want your next firmware update? What are the most requested features you want? And PlayStation name changes on there.
Oh, they got to add that. I mean, it's ridiculous that they haven't yet.
I know.
Okay. I'm glad I have everyone's real names, but it'd be nice to actually have the ability to change it for many other reasons.
Yeah.
Super Mario Maker adds updates to add checkpoints.
Good.
Which would be really nice. That's going to be, I don't know, it'd be really cool to have a checkpoint in those crazy, ridiculously hard levels. You're like, finally, I got to the middle part.
I know.
You still have to put them in.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned this one to me. Battlefield 4's free Operation Outbreak map, the one that was designed by the community. That's out right now. You have to download it separately in the store. It is not part of the normal update, I think, like the other map packs. So
Yeah.
you go through the PlayStation Store or Xbox Live Store and get it manually. And speaking of Xbox One, the new experience And backwards compatibility will hit consoles November 12th, so they are getting it out faster than they were speculating before. So that's really cool.
Finally.
Just a couple other things I wanted to, I guess, throw your way too. Let me ask you this. How much have you paid attention to this Rock Band 4 title update that's coming early November?
What one is that? Because I know they have a couple of updates lined up.
Yeah, I see. I didn't really know too much about this one. I figured if maybe if you were following it, I'll see what's going on. I know the major updates in December. I think that's the one for Rock Band 3 and everything. So this must be.
I think
ability for players to add select custom characters as stand-ins for their band and for career mode.
Oh, yeah, and they're fixing some Guitar Hero compatibility, I guess, like getting the star power and stuff to work.
You can activate vocal overdrive through the PS4's controller's touchpad and stream audio through the PS4, I guess.
They need to fix it. You know what's bad, too?
Mm-mm.
Maybe you can tell. I don't know. In Rock Band 3, everything sounded really full. Like it was loud. Boom. Rock Band 4, nope. Everything just kind of sounds flat. And then when you play Guitar Hero Live, it sounds even better than Rock Band 4, and it's only guitar. What happened?
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if it is because they don't have like a big publisher backing them or something where
It's so weird.
they're just like, I guess, we got to keep this alive. Because
Yeah.
didn't Rock Band say they were coming out first and the Guitar Hero was like, no, we're going to do it too?
I think that's how they rushed it. They're like, we have to get to the market first.
Maybe that's true.
That's a shame.
Two other, I'll rush through this one. The Darth Maul game that was, I guess, in production a long time ago. They had a whole story about this on Game Informer. I guess they talked to the guy about how all sorts of deals were not really working out through, I guess, LucasArts or whatever.
Mhm.
But I think the reason I started looking at this was because they were talking about getting that game back and trying to actually make this Darth Maul game.
That'd be
I
pretty cool.
think that'd be pretty sweet, yeah. Maul, the game. And then the last thing, I didn't get a chance to read this, so I'm hoping maybe you did or something. But I know Giant Bomb was talking about this before, like how they have the whole, like they wanted to have the ability to, like I don't know, like having DRM stuff in a museum for games. Like they were really weird about that kind of stuff, like copyright.
Oh, yeah.
For it.
Yeah.
This is actually a pretty small paragraph. I'll just read this really quick. Library of Congress has issued exemptions to Section 1201 of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Consequently, be slightly easier to legally circumvent aspects of DRM for lawful fair use, such as the preservation of old video games, which is the very important part. The exemption lets players remove server authentication if the game's original server is shut down. An important caveat to this, however, is that this exemption only applies to games that cannot be played in any way after this server shutdown, i.e. multiplayer-only games without an offline single-player component. So
Titanfall.
I guess, yeah, like Titanfall, Destiny, but something like, say, Bad Company, you couldn't preserve how good the multiplayer was, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
The exemption also states that libraries, museums, and archives can jailbreak consoles to play games with inactive servers, which is pretty crazy.
Oh. Is this the same thing that fair use is now easier on YouTube? Is that what I was reading?
That I don't know for sure.
I wonder if that was the same thing, because something else just got passed where it's like, hey, it's a fair use law, muff off YouTube. And everyone was like, finally! So
Yeah, that's probably connected to that in some way, I would imagine.
yeah.
But I don't know. I should probably look at that stuff because I post stuff on YouTube and I don't want to get yelled at all the time.
So quit doing that.
All right. Well, was there any other news you can think of really quick before we take our final break?
3 things. Number 1, did you ever play that browser-based Quake live game?
I did not.
It was free to play. But if after a while it went to Steam, and if you played it on Steam, they just did a big update where it's no longer free to play. It's $10. They're supporting it like a full-fledged release. But if you played the free-to-play version, you get the full game for free on Steam. So I just got the full Quake for free. Everyone did, if you played it. Everyone's really mad about it being $10.
Oh, $10, whatever. It's nothing.
Number 2, we talked about this. Overkill developers are being jerks about their free-to-play on Payday 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're basically telling their community, muff off, we need the money, we don't care. And I found out Payday 2 was in the top 10 most played games on Steam still, like to this day.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. So, like, explain that a little bit for the viewers at home.
So, the microtransactions they're adding into it, you can buy like weapon skins, masks, all this stuff, which you could do before, from what I understand. But now they're adding. Yeah, but now they're adding stat boosters. Like, oh, if you buy this, you're gonna be way better than that guy. Oh, if you buy that mask, you're gonna get this better. And people are like, well, that sucks. Like, I thought you said you guys weren't ever gonna go free to play, and you're just gonna keep this a title. And they said, whatever, we don't care. We need money. We have too many people on our team. It's essentially what they said.
That's a bummer, because I mean, it seems
you're
like
telling your community to muff off. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, what was your last thing there?
Kojima is playing us like a fiddle, Eddie.
Kojima is playing us like a fiddle?
Yes. Did you hear the latest crazy Metal Gear rumor?
Oh boy. Is this one of those things where like the fans are looking at so many crazy, like, I found barcodes in all the lights?
Kinda. That Reddit page is nuts. Okay, so to sum it up, Kojima had an interview a while back talking about how, like, what I'm going to do with this game you can't do in any other medium. Games only. And it's going to blow everyone's mind. Recently, there was an interview where one of the guys says, hey, you should probably keep playing those FOBs. Just keep doing it. Something's going to happen. And then Kojima said something like, do you feel like there's a phantom? Like something's missing from the game? And people are like, yeah, why? And he just kind of didn't say anything. So, Chris, remember that cutscene got leaked with the nukes of like, oh, we rid the world of nukes. And the Chapter 3 Peace title card came up too?
No. I don't know that.
They found cutscenes that one of the guys from Kojima Productions was like, oh, you guys weren't supposed to see that yet. So, I don't know. People are thinking something's going to happen on October 30th.
That's soon. That's tomorrow? What's the date today?
28th.
Okay, 2 days.
You know, even if this is all fake and dumb, it's just exciting knowing that we're still talking about it and there could be something. There could be.
I will give it credit because I know I poo-pooed on a lot of stuff before, but like the idea that you could constantly have so much mystery and excitement over, even if it's nothing, like being able to have those kinds of conversations around some sort of medium in general, like even if it's just like some video game that came out, you know, like that's always really neat.
And you know what? It's never going to happen again.
It's like, well, I don't know. Like, it makes me think about when we were kids, and you'd always be like, "Oh yeah, dude, if you did this, the guy's head gets really big and squishes his body," and it was like never a thing in the game. But you always heard about these like crazy early or whatever.
It's just with Metal Gear, it's so crazy, and this is the last one we're gonna have these crazy theories.
It's just gonna be like a giant. It'll be a Chapter 3, and then Kojima just flips you off and says, "Thanks for nothing," and then walks away.
Or if it says Chapter 3, finish the game for $10, I'll go, dang it, Konami, fine.
Yeah. I'll be on the disc, I guess. I don't like that FOB stuff, though.
But here's the thing, I wonder, this might be getting too close to spoiler territory, but what could Chapter 3 do?
It could actually make Sahelanthropus not look like a pansy, and then...
like with that mission, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then you could actually use battle gear and go into like an all-out, like super awesome battle with it. That'd be great. It's not going to happen. But...
Even if I just got like hearing David Hayter be Young Snake, just for a second, it would be worth everything.
What if your FOB mission became you playing Metal Gear 1?
Oh my God, please be real.
That would be awesome.
Please be real. I don't know. There's just so much stuff that people keep finding. It's like there's too many coincidences. But I don't know. You go to that subreddit sometime. It'll blow your mind.
Okay. Well, I'll let you just calm down, take a breath while we take our last break, and we come back and we talk about Until Dawn. Get spooky. You listen to the next one. And we're back. Until Dawn.
Woo!
The spooky game did not come around the spooky times. That was like early this year.
Yeah, maybe they knew because I mean Halo and stuff's coming out, so they're like, we should get this out a little before Halo.
Plus, it was like super delayed for a while too.
Yeah, some of the best looking snow.
You think so?
It's pretty good because it had that nice shimmer to it when they walked. It did that nice crunch.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. I did have that. Now this is still like your top 5 of the year, right?
Yeah, still there.
Okay. How many? Okay. So if you don't know what Until Dawn is, it's like games like Heavy Rain or like a Telltale style game where you're making a bunch of choices and your choices will affect who dies. And I kept hearing who is the villain. There's no way that changes at the end.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah,
I was saying too, we are going to get spoilery with this because
yeah,
it's been
probably till the
talk spooky. So
probably to the end of the episode. So if you don't want to hear Until Dawn, get out.
get out of here. Just
You leave.
get
Go
out
play
of here. I want to see you.
and then come back.
And yeah, next week.
Yeah, because I thought I read that his mask changes depending on what questions and stuff you answer with that crazy guy. Yeah, that's what I thought I read, but I don't know.
Not the person.
No, not the
That
person.
wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So easily, Mike is the best character. 'Cause he's the
Oh,
main.
Colt Pena? You mean Colt Pena? Yeah, he's the best character.
Colt Pena.
The main Mike just reminded me of Colt the whole time.
How did he remind you of Colt?
The whole time I was like, this guy's Colt Pena. And even Colt's like, he's my favorite guy. So I'm like, yep, that's Colt.
I mean, they're not the same at all.
No,
that's
but
Colt.
but it's Colt to me anyway. Deep in
Okay.
my heart.
I mean, he's the best because he like did all the work and he like was awesome. Like he always
And
did the right thing, depending on what you chose, I guess. But
And he was Nathan Drake for a little bit there too.
Nathan Drake.
Because he was exploring those deep, scary parts with the torch. It's like,
Oh
whoa.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So, how many people did you have live? Or I mean, die, I should say. That's probably the easier question.
Okay. I'll tell you how it happened. My favorite character, Chris, I killed him.
You killed.
Right before you get into the house after the. Okay. I'm gonna say-
Oh.
I always say this wrong. All right, here we go. And I've seen Supernatural. I'm still gonna say it wrong. Wendigo.
Yeah.
Oh, I always say Wendigo, but it's Wendigo. So
You say Wendigo.
I don't know. So Haley was like, "Oh, shoot the barrel!" And I'm moving my gun over, and before I got to the barrel, it jumped at me, cut off my head. Boom, Chris is dead. And I just looked at her, and she's like, "I'm so sorry." And I go, "I can't go back. I have to live with my choice." So he was my first guy to die.
But also, like, if you shot, like, because I shot the barrel.
Mhm.
It's like, this has to be the one where I just need to shoot this barrel. Because I refuse to shoot the barrels every time.
Yeah.
I was like, I just got to get that guy and run. But I wonder what happens when you shoot the Wendigo. Like,
He just goes, ah! He just jumps back and gets back up.
But, like, you died
Oh,
at
at
that.
the very. Oh,
So I don't
right.
know.
Yeah, who knows? Jessica died for me because I took too long to get to her in the first part.
Wait.
Uh,
Oh, because you didn't rush anything.
yeah. Other than that, and then it was what's his name? The brother. I mean, he died for me because he got his head popped.
Yeah.
Josh.
Saving him is, like, it's lame because all you have to do, like, when you're at the very end of the game, you have to just pick up one item. That's
And
it.
then from what I hear,
Yeah.
he still kind of dies because he eats his dead sister, so he becomes a Wendigo.
Oh, really? Is that what happens?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what someone said after the credits. But those guys died for me, and I wanted to kill
Flash
Emily.
forward to
I
him
thought,
being a monster.
yeah, I wanted Emily to die, and I actively tried to kill her, but it
I
didn't
did too.
work.
Did you leave her there to hang, like, off that ledge and said, well, I'm out of here. You're
I
terrible.
did. She was being a jerk. She's like, "You're the worst. You don't know how to do anything." So it's like, all right, fine.
She's, like,
Later,
hanging there to die. She's like, oh, why don't you save me? What are you, like, the worst at saving people? You're so stupid.
He's
And
like,
you're like risking your life to save her. And I was just like, you know what? I'm good. And I jumped
Yeah.
on her and said, I'm sorry, I tried once.
Yep. But
At the end of the game, she still talks about it.
from what I know, she's stupid. From what I understand, if Jessica lives, you save her at that point. What was the name of that guy? Her boyfriend. What was his name?
Oh, man.
Let's call him Football Man.
Okay, football man.
So when you play as Football Man at the very end of the game, when you don't play as him for a long time, and you go, "What happened to him?" Apparently, he runs into Jessica, and she goes,
What?
"Hey, what's going on?" And he's like, "You don't want to know." And then you guys just hang out in the cliff if you do it right, and they come and save you.
Yeah, there's a couple moments where, like, it's weird because, like, if you try to play it as the knowledge of the characters, those characters would be dead. because at that time in the game, you know that Wendigo know where they only are based. They can only see you based on movement. So at that point, they don't know that. And I don't know if they've seen a Wendigo at all yet.
No, they just hear it. And they're like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, so like you have to hide every single time when you're them. So like you have the options like run for it or hide. I was like, well, you always hide because if you're not moving, they won't kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird because it's kind of a break into characters. Like they wouldn't have that knowledge, so they'd probably try and run for their lives.
Yeah.
But it was weird because like you do that moment and you never come back to it, so you have no idea how they actually got out of there alive because it's like, well, there they are, and then they like, okay.
And then at the end, you know, when they're all in the house, that was stressful as crap because you can't move.
That's a cool part, though.
You just have to sit there and go, okay, I don't want to leave yet. They need to get out of the house. Oh my gosh. And that was so cool. That was good stuff.
So let me ask you this, because I could do without these completely. I don't really care about the totems.
No, I didn't either. It was like, this is gonna happen, maybe, and then he puts it down. It's like, I guess
it didn't influence my decision. I guess
no.
Like I know at one point, I was like, oh, I'm pointing the gun at that guy or at Emily. Cool. I remember seeing that in the totem, but it like didn't change what I was going to do. I didn't know why he was pointing a gun at anything. So I was like, well, I know that I shouldn't shoot her in the face because I don't think she's gonna, turn into one. So,
how early did you call it that Josh was the killer?
You know, in all honesty, I'm not sure. Like I kept thinking it was. I want to say I was thinking it was going to be one of the sisters up there for some reason at one point. But then I was like, well, I mean, he really has the only motive.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be, who's your favorite little guy?
Chris.
I thought it was going to be him once for a second, but then it just becomes obvious at one point it's going to be Josh.
Yeah, because remember you kind of start, because I had a feeling like, man, Josh, something's up with that guy. And then when you cut him in half and, you know, you see his guts, and then you go in the basement, you see the gutted pigs, it's like, oh, those were his guts.
I don't know if I saw the gutted pigs.
Yeah, there's pigs hanging from the ceiling. I remember looking at Haley going, Josh is the killer. She's like, but he's dead. I'm like, no, he just gutted these pigs, and that's where he got the intestines. And everything just clicked. Click, click, boom, if I will.
Oh, boy. That's strike two. So did you pick Ashley then when that scene happened when the saw was going to come in half?
So I messed up. Gosh, what did I do? I said, sorry, bro, I'm going to kill you. He's like, no, man. And then I went to kill him. No, I went to kill Ashley, but then I killed him instead. Like I pressed the wrong button.
That happened? Because you don't have a choice.
Oh, but that means she didn't hate me. Because if you do that to her, she, no, I'm sorry. If you know the part with the gun on the table?
Yeah.
If you shoot her when the Wendigo's chasing you, she'll just lock the door and go, yeah, screw you, Chris.
Oh, see, I think I didn't even pull the trigger at that part.
I put it to my own head.
Did you shot him?
Well, it's a blank. I put it in Chris's mouth and pulled it, and then the screen went black. And I was like, oh my gosh! And then it goes back. And
I don't think I pulled the trigger. So I had and when the saw blades are like right above your head.
Oh, so it's like Meat Boy.
Yeah, it's just like Meat Boy.
But
like in that part, I looked it up because I was like, well, what happens if you pick what's his face? Because then he would have or not what's his face? Like if you pick Ashley, then like what would happen? Because he would still be there, and you'd have to go try and save him. Like what? Mm-hmm. But it's like because of that whole situation where he's actually the killer. Like they always make the choice like, I'm sorry, Ash, and then he goes, no, I can't do it. Sorry, bro. And he changes the decision on you regardless.
Oh, okay.
He always killed Josh, apparently.
I think the game looked really good, but their teeth were weird because they kept going like, Josh. Yeah, like that. Why?
That was like, huh?
It was so bad. By the way, I didn't hit any animal. I was nice to all of them. I didn't even punch that dog. I gave him a treat.
I kicked that dog in the face.
I didn't even do that. I was like, hold on, buddy. And then he was like, yeah, we're cool.
So, okay. So you follow that. That was the most tense part to me, was following the killer.
Did you cut your finger off?
How would you cut your finger off?
Because you remember you get your hand cut. caught in that thing, you can saw your hand off or whatever, right?
Wasn't a dummy. Didn't get caught in the hand.
Oh, I totally did. I got caught, and I kept trying to break the thing, and my saw kept smashing, but I didn't cut off my hand. But yeah, that's the thing that happened.
Yeah, I saw that hand jerking around in the middle there, and I said, "I'm not touching that."
I would touch it, and then that was not good.
No, that was the most tense scene I think in that entire game.
Yeah.
That, oh gosh, that and when he's watching Sam in the bath, I was like, dude, what?
Oh no.
But no, so
Hayden Panettiere, whatever you pronounce her name.
Panettiere.
Did you feel like she was the main character for some reason?
Her and Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely the mains because I mean, granted, they're also probably the most famous of the group at this point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Actors. Well, outside of the guy who is the loony bin dude. The guy who's in between. He's probably the most famous, but what was I going to say to you? It was don't remember what we're the dog thing, right? So later in the game, the dog obviously follows you and helps you out with a bunch of stuff. When you're going in, it's just Mike and Wendigo. There's a part where he goes, "Come on, dog," to like come down and jump down with him. Did the dog jump down for you?
At one point, the dog left, but I feel like I had him for a long time.
Yeah, you have him also right before you blow up the whole thing.
Oh, he does leave. Yeah, that's right. And then Mike goes, "Later, buddy."
That dog in the face has no bearing. Then
I was real nice to him. I didn't kick him. I was like, "Hey, buddy,
don't try to fight me."
Nah, man, you just gotta pet him.
So what? Okay, if you didn't kick him, like, how did the situation go?
He calmed down. Mike was just, "Hey, hey," and then the dog whined, and then you gave him a bone. Done.
You know that still happens even if you punch it.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, so I kicked it. The dog was going to hit me, and then you can still go grab that bone and give it to him, and you become best buddies.
And then you become I don't know. I had a pun, but it went away.
All right.
Yep, there you go.
You become paw pals.
I like that.
It's not just paw pads.
Like that wishbone.
Wishbone, get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, what are you?
The other thing that was kind of weird about Until Dawn was I didn't feel like, compared to Heavy Rain, I felt like the options were a lot more. I mean, I guess you could say they were probably a little more focused because they were telling a more direct story about some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But it felt like you didn't have as many variables to play with.
Yeah, that makes because this yep. I agree. I was just gonna say it was more focused, which is exactly what you said. So
yeah, I mean, like, yeah.
I just like how it starts off like a cheesy B movie, then it's like, nah, just kidding, bro. Ah!
Yeah, it becomes like
I can't handle this spook
thing, which is pretty par for the course for those games because except for I guess Heavy Rain is the only one that didn't quite do that for me because if you look at what was Indigo Prophecy was their first one. That one got really weird after becoming that one was like grounded in reality. It was like you were killing people and you didn't know why, and you played that side as well as the cop chasing you down. It's like, that's neat. And then it got weird because you fought like ghosts or Mayan things. It was weird.
Cool.
But yeah, and then Beyond Two Souls was weird and but yeah, like Heavy Rain and this one are the most grounded in reality, but that one got weird too.
Yeah, it did.
Who
died for you?
What's that?
Who died for you?
Oh, so I lost Josh, and
head popped.
Yeah, same thing. But the other one I lost was Ashley, and I guarantee you it shouldn't have happened, and I knew it the entire time I was doing it, and for some reason I still decided to hit the button on the freaking trap door. I was like, that's a bad guy. Like the whole time I'm like playing it all over in slow motion. I'm like, that's a bad guy. Why did you go do this? You're an idiot. Because what happens is like because Jessica died for you.
Yeah.
Right. And you knew that she was dead. You didn't get a cutscene saying she was still alive before you went down there. I did. When you hear that screaming, you know she's over there.
But you remember the Wendigo, they mimic voices.
I don't remember that being a thing. When was that a thing?
Number one, it's in Supernatural. Number two, if you read the book, it goes, Wendigo mimics the voice of other people, and then you close it and you go, oh no. So when you're walking down there and you hear that, I remember looking at Haley, she goes, Wendigo, don't do it. So I just kept walking and I lived.
So yeah, and in all honesty, I knew it was a trap. It was stupid. Like I knew I was going to die there. But the
That's a trap.
No, so is that you're talking about the book when right before you almost shoot Emily in the face?
Yeah, screw Emily, she sucks. But yeah, there's some pages in there that
what, like saying, because I decided not to say it to anyone because I thought it was about transforming into a Wendigo. Is that the part where like if you select the right thing, it talks about the voices?
No, you just read the book. If you flip through it and just kind of read it, it explains all that stuff in there.
Oh, like okay, never mind. I just didn't read it.
Oh, see, there you go.
But yeah, when Colt was still, because I was playing through it, and Colt was like, "Dude, I saved everyone." I was like, "Whoa, look at you, all Mr. Good at everything."
Yeah,
playing the game, I was like, "Oh, it's really not that hard to keep everyone alive."
Chris was such a. I was so mad about that because him and Ashley could have stayed together forever, could have had kids, but no, he had to get his head cut off.
What a jerk!
I know. He was my favorite character. I like that guy.
He was a good guy.
Yeah, he meant well.
So, Doug, what kind of spooky plans do you have for Halloween?
I think I'm going to a costume contest in Whitehall.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Castiel, right?
Yeah, you remembered. Look at you. We're working your way. I like that smile of like, I sure did, man. Are you're not dressing up for anything, are you? Or
I'm gonna try and sew my my Carillion Reds for my Han Solo costume back together.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have to wear like a suit and then a trench coat over it, so that sucks. But
the only bummer that drives me nuts about because I made the vest for my Han Solo, my whole Han Solo costume.
Han Solid, holy crap!
Yes. Because it's like a BDU, for like a German BDU vest, battle dress uniform, if we would. Because it has like those things that would hold stuff on the back, like a weapon or a pole or something.
Is that what BDU stands for?
Battle dress uniform, yeah.
I'm going to tell you something dumb if you want to hear it.
You learned that from Metal Gear Solid 2?
No, but yes, because I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm like, BDU. Oh, bad dude uniform.
Yep, I did. I knew that because that's what I thought on the NES was bad dude.
Yeah, bad dude. Anyway, continue with your story.
No, I was going to say the loops are too big, so they look kind of dumb. But
okay. But are you dressing up Lucas as a little pumpkin?
No, we did have that picture of him as the pumpkin suit that Sarah wore when she was a kid, but we bought him a Luigi suit last year.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Luigi.
That's pretty cool.
Hat, though. He hates wearing hats.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Well, hey, we get to go get some candy with him, so that's cool to me.
Oh, and you get to eat all of it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool. You get to live Halloween again.
Through the eyes of a child.
Whoa, that's like an Ernest. Through the eyes of a child.
So let me ask you this really quick before I'm sure you have another spooky question for me. But what's like the worst? Like as a kid, I'll give you one of mine. I remember being really mad about this, but as a kid, one of my worst memories for Halloween was I couldn't quite see through my ghost sheet eyes, and it was a little annoying.
So you're like Charlie Brown.
My aunt decided to just rip it and make it a whole face hole. It's like, well, now you ruined it. Now I don't just look like a kid in a blanket. I don't look like a ghost anymore. And so I took it off, and I had my jean jacket on, so I guess I was just a badass. I don't know.
Jean jackets, man.
I had a jean jacket with like an American Eagle on the back. Like, not like the American Eagle, but like Outfitters. But it was like an eagle with like an American flag. It was really stupid.
That's pretty odd. That's pretty grungy.
Dan Reichert style shirt.
Yeah.
I wish I could send it to him. But I remember just being really mad and like grumpy the whole night because she ripped the face hole. You ever just get really sad for Halloween?
Oh man, my parents were pretty evil. Okay, it's hard to tell this because when I'm around my mom and tell this story, she laughs so hard she almost cries because she's like, "I'm so sorry for doing that." So one year, my parents for Halloween both of them bought a full alien outfit, and they didn't tell any of us that. And
like
we lived
from the movie Alien.
No, just like spooky, big purple dumb eyes. Alien. Oh my. Okay, so we live kind of. I know you lived in like New Era, so you're way out there, and I was by Lake Michigan, which there weren't a lot of neighbors. We were kind of out there. And I remember watching TV in the living room, and all of a sudden these two aliens look through the living room window. I lost my mind. I was screaming. I was running around outside, and my parents just kept going to every room I was in, poking on the windows until they eventually came in and were just like following me. I remember like crying and screaming, and then they felt bad and took them off like, oh my gosh, it's just us. Don't worry about it. I was just like, ah! And from that point on, I hated people. Like, we would go to stupid Cedar Point around Halloween. Like, there's a Dracula. I'm like, no, man, I don't like that. Because, yeah, my parents tormented me as that. And that was, I seriously thought I was going to get
adopted. That's why you have to sit in the back row at the movie theater. You don't want an alien behind you.
Dude, they look so scary. And I talked about I talked about that to my mom recently, and she just started laughing so hard. She's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, well, you shaped me to the man I am today, so thank you very much for that. They were scary, dude. I can't handle that.
My dad tried to play a couple things when we were really little, so we were a lot more gullible. Like, my sister had this kind of like kid-sized, life-size doll that he would call Chuckina, and he would have this kind of like waddle out like around the corner and like woo, like kind of like this, like hello. And it would scare us, and we'd run away. But I found out it was my dad, so I would like go in the hallway and lay on his back, and we would do it together and scare my sister. And one time he like brought me in the bathroom and wrapped my head up with toilet paper so I looked bald and chased us all around like, I'm gonna buzz all your hair up. It was like stupid pranks like that. But I think the only thing we did like when we were older, we were playing in my second band. We were playing a show at a buddy's house for my other friend's birthday party, who was also in the band. That was probably one of my favorite shows. That's actually the one you might have saw it. A girl threw a bra at the stage, and
you wore it.
People stuffed money in there, so I made like $5.
That's pretty cool.
But so we're at my buddy's house. The other friend was in the band. That was his birthday, and his brother dressed up in like a big jumpsuit, put on a big hockey mask, and brought a real chainsaw. He took the blade off.
Oh, okay.
You just hear it, boom, while we're in the middle of like the set, and he just comes running in like into like the middle of the crowd trying to scare a bunch of people. He got a couple people, but we were like, hey, what's up, Justin?
Dude, I probably would have bolted. That would have been it. I'm like, oh my God, it's like the aliens. Yeah. I think that's why, like, when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, I should be a paranormal investigator when I get older. Did I ever tell you about the time it was 5th grade, we had a job fair, and my teacher's like, hey, we're going to have cops and firefighters, and write down any jobs you would like for them to come. I wrote paranormal investigator, and I remember raising my hand saying, can we get one of those to come to class? Everyone made fun of me and thought it was stupid.
all because your parents are terrible.
I know. Gosh.
I'm going to high five your mom next time I see her.
She'll probably laugh and be like, yeah, it was terrible. Oh, that was so scary.
So I know you mentioned this earlier in the week that you had something you wanted to wait and ask me while we're on the show.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I want to do this before my headset dies because it'll get crappy if it does. Okay, I asked Haley this and she got mad at me. So here we go. If you were in the Star Wars universe and you were given the choice to be a Jedi or a Sith, what would you pick and why?
Jedi. Because Sith are terrible people.
Dude, okay.
Plus, no also, okay, here's the rest of that, though, right? Jedi live by a code of honor. They are always doing good for people, keeping the peace, doing the right thing, being honorable people. Even, outside of the order, there are still Jedi who are just good dudes doing right things. The Sith, it's one Sith Lord, one Sith apprentice, and they don't have any respect for even each other. So they're constantly trying to kill each other to be the next Lord, and it's just like a freaking mess over there.
But you can shoot lightning out of your hands.
I'm pretty sure you could shoot lightning even if you weren't a Sith. You just decide not to.
Oh, but I would want to. I would want to shoot lightning out of my hands.
Shoots lightning then. But you can also block lightning with a lightsaber. So.
But see, you could cover your lightsaber in lightning and then throw it, and then it would cause a lightning storm of death.
I guess you could.
Yeah. Except I wouldn't want to look all gross.
People just like Sith do. Like they all have the same power and connection to the Force.
It'd just be gross because if I was a Sith, my face would get all red and my eyes would be yellow, and I'd be like, ugh. Except I'd be really nice. I'd be like, I just want cereal and shoot lightning out of my hands.
Just don't like when they decide to become Sith, they don't become like disgusting human beings.
I don't know. They might.
I mean, look at I was gonna say Darth Tyrannus.
Dooku?
Oh, Dooku, yeah.
He was just Dracula.
Like a lot of Sith are just dudes.
I was just a dude. I'll be a nice dude.
I'm a dude. We're all dudes. Hey.
Yeah, there you go. But that's all because I told her I'd be a Sith, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "What? I want to shoot lightning out of my hands." She's like, "Why do you always like the bad guys?" I'm like, "Look, man, I don't know. All right?
Because you love skulls and you love death. And you love being a Sith.
And I wish I was a paranormal investigator. That's right. I can't believe I put that in it.
I remember my buddy wrote, like, they were like, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And he was like, "I want to be a fire truck."
That's admirable. That's, you know, get your DNA fused with a fire truck. When you pull up, it's like Thomas the Truck or whatever. What was his name?
Thomas the Tank Engine?
No, not him, your friend. He would be the fire truck man.
What?
Your friend that wanted to be a fire truck.
Sure.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I don't know. Right. There you go. Fire truck.
Well, that's going to do it for this spooky edition of The Next Level.
That's not scary at all. What is that noise?
I have no idea. Werewolf Bar Mitzvah over here. We're going to call it a day. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on The Next Level.